At 80 years old, Pattie Boyd, the woman who once inspired timeless songs like George Harrison's Something and Eric Clapton's Layla and Wonderful Tonight, has finally opened up with raw honesty about the years she spent married to Clapton, revealing a truth that was far darker and more heartbreaking than the romantic myth that has surrounded their relationship for decades. While fans long imagined their union as the ultimate love story of rock and roll, Clapton writing love songs that millions adored, Pattie leaving behind the quiet Beatle for the fiery guitarist, in reality, Boyd confessed that her marriage to Clapton was filled with turmoil, addiction, and betrayal, a far cry from the fairy tale the world believed. She admitted that Clapton, though brilliant musically, was consumed by his demons, struggling with alcohol and drug abuse that turned their home into a battlefield of chaos, arguments, and neglect. Pattie described nights where she felt utterly alone, abandoned by a husband who was too lost in his addictions to see the damage being done, and revealed that the very songs that fans celebrated as beautiful declarations of love were, for her, haunting reminders of pain, manipulation, and broken promises. She spoke candidly about Clapton's infidelity, confessing that the heartbreak of his constant affairs eroded her self-worth and left her questioning why she had sacrificed so much only to find herself trapped in a marriage where respect and loyalty were missing. Boyd went further, explaining how the public adoration of their romance made it nearly impossible for her to share her suffering, as the world only saw the glamorous surface while she was silently enduring years of emotional devastation, and how, looking back, she wishes she had found the courage to walk away sooner. Despite her suffering, Boyd revealed that it took years to free herself from the shadow of Clapton's dominance, as she struggled with the weight of being both a muse and a prisoner to a man whose genius was undeniable but whose flaws nearly consumed them both. The most shocking part of her confession, however, was her admission that what people thought of as one of the greatest rock love stories was, for her, one of the darkest chapters of her life, a time where beauty, music, and fame disguised abuse, addiction, and unhappiness. Now, at 80, with the wisdom of age and the freedom of distance, Pattie Boyd no longer sugarcoats her past, instead choosing to tell the unvarnished truth about the cost of being Eric Clapton's wife, reminding fans that behind the legend there was a woman who lived through unbearable pain, one who has finally reclaimed her voice and refuses to let her story be defined only by the songs written about her, but by the truth she has carried all along, the truth that love, without respect and sobriety, can rot into something destructive, and that surviving it is sometimes the most powerful story of all.